social media. All they do all day long is just try to make money with clicks. They don't do anything to help the people, the good people in California that are struggling right now. As Americans, that should be our duty to do that. What are they doing to help people? There are celebrities, as some on the far right would call them, liberal Hollywood elites. Well, guess what? A lot of them are putting their money where their mouth is. They're donating tons of money. I look at Taylor Swift. She's donated $10 million. $10 million. Meanwhile, Amazon, Google, Meta, Microsoft, Apple, Uber, they've all donated millions to Donald Trump. $0 to the victims. How much money? I know Elon Musk is out there and he I guess he's doing some work, try to help people, which is great. How much money has Elon Musk donated? He's donated hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars to Donald Trump's campaign. I guarantee you he hasn't even donated a fraction of that to the fire victims out there. I see it from these people on social media all day. And then you have James Woods, the liar, crying on CNN. His home didn't burn down. I'm glad it didn't burn down. He's a liar. What are these people? That's what these MAGA Republicans do. During COVID, they were all infectious disease experts, right? They knew more about your health than your personal physician did. They were experts on infectious disease and vaccines, right? When it comes to transgenders, they're experts. They're experts when it comes to transgender surgery. They're all experts. Apparently, they're all firefighters too. And while these firefighters, who don't care whether their colleagues have an R or a D next to their name, are going into burning buildings and homes, and they're trying to save lives, and they're working 24, 25-hour shifts, and they're working their tails off, and they are heroes, you have idiots sitting on their couch eating potato chips, watching Newsmax, and tweeting about how Gavin Newsom should resign. Where were all of you during COVID? When Donald Trump literally had a playbook or a handbook on how to deal with the global pandemic that the Barack Obama administration left behind, and they didn't use it. Where were you when we were losing 3,000 to 5,000 people a day from COVID? When Donald Trump was president of the United States, when he was holding press conferences, they were supposed to be COVID press conferences, and he was talking about injecting yourself with disinfectant, and he was taking those press conferences and turning them into campaign rallies. Were you asking Donald Trump to resign? When our entire country was shut down, one of the richest countries in the world, and per capita we had more deaths than almost any other country in the world, were you asking Donald Trump to resign? Did you ask Greg Abbott to resign during the Texas power grid failure when Ted Cruz decided to go to Cancun? You guys voted in Ted Cruz again. The Texas was in a state of emergency. What would you be saying if Gavin Newsom decided to fly to Cancun today with his family? Would you reelect Gavin Newsom? No, Democrats wouldn't do that. They would call it despicable, and rightfully so. You guys, you Republicans out there, voted in for reelection Ted Cruz, the guy that flew to Cancun when his entire state was in emergency. How did Abbott do during that time, huh? Don't even get me started with the hurricanes and Ron DeSantis. COVID was an epic failure under Donald Trump. The response was a failure. I never blamed Donald Trump for COVID. I blamed him for the response. But all you guys want to come out of the MAGA woodworks, right? You want to come out of the MAGA woodworks right now and say, Gavin Newsom should resign. That makes you a hypocrite at a minimum. We don't even know the cause of this yet. We don't even know exactly how this happened. We understand the circumstances. Any meteorologist would tell you they only had 1 to 2 days. But you guys want to go after the mayor for taking a trip to another country? She had no idea this was going to happen. They had a 1-day notice at best with 100-mile-per-hour winds. I'm not making excuses. I want there to be an investigation. Criticism is fair. And let's see how we can make sure this doesn't happen again. This is horrible. My heart goes out to everybody that has been affected by this. But for you MAGA Republicans out there, what are you doing to help?